In this video, I'm going to teach you how to cut energetic cords with people who have wronged you in the past or toxic people so you can move on and be happy. If you've ever tried cutting cords with toxic people or people who have wronged you and it hasn't worked, or you're someone who has been wronged in the past by relationships and it still haunts you, this is literally the most effective way to cut energetic cords. And nobody teaches it this way on the internet or anywhere that I've ever heard before. So stick around, this video is gonna be awesome. So back in 2014, we opened our yoga studio in Asheville, North Carolina. And at first we were struggling a lot, but we poured everything into that studio, into our community, into our clients, into our teaching. Just, we gave that studio our whole hearts, Rosie and I did. When we found the manifestation techniques that we teach you guys is when the business actually started to take off and make a profit. But the interesting thing that happened at that time was we realized, well, if we can make this yoga studio turn a profit literally overnight, we have the keys to the kingdom to making any of our dreams come true. So we started dreaming bigger. So it was literally within a couple of weeks of realizing we held the keys to the manifestation kingdom and we could have whatever we wanted that we started dreaming bigger. And within weeks, I'm not kidding you, weeks, we got a message from somebody that we follow online on Instagram who has thousands of followers, and we were just like, oh my God, you're amazing. And he said, come teach at my yoga studio in Scotland. I need to travel for, go on tour, and I need some amazing teachers to take over my yoga studio while I'm gone. What? Oh my God. And in very synchronistic fashion, one of our managers who we had helped become a yoga teacher and who we, was managing our studio, she told us that it was her dream to own a yoga studio. So we made an agreement with her to sell her the yoga studio. In the end, she agreed to buy the yoga studio for the remainder of our credit card debt. And this was really only about a fourth of what we invested in the studio, not to mention all the, the unpaid hours. But it just felt right. It felt right, to pass it on in a generous way. While it was a steal of a deal, we were having our dreams that were happening and coming true, and we wanted to make sure that she had her dreams happening and coming true. We decided on a mutually agreed upon price and picked dates to transfer the studio to her, bought our tickets to Scotland, started selling all of our belongings. Months leading up to the sale, we trained her at the yoga studio on how to run it. We introduced her as the new owner to all of our students. We introduced her to the landlord and said she was going to be taking over the lease. Threw her a party, you just celebrated her. You gave her everything she needed to run that business successfully. We emptied out our home, we sold all of our belongings, we were ready to go. And we love this person, we were friends with her, so we didn't expect that anything would go weird until the day came where we had agreed upon to sign the contract, and she put it off. And we were like, she's going through some stuff. And then she put it off again and again and again. And finally, I flew back to California to visit my family before we were moving to Scotland. And Rosie was left in Asheville selling all of our stuff from our home in an empty home. And it was 2 days before we were supposed to fly out to Scotland. And that's when we got the letter from her lawyer offering us 25% of the agreed upon offering price. She knew that if she dragged it out to the last minute, we'd be backed into a corner and we'd have to accept a really bad deal. So we closed the yoga studio. Rosie was left to liquidate everything in 2 days, dealing with the betrayal and the heartbreak of somebody who had taken something from us, somebody that we had loved. She had to hand over the keys to the studio to the landlord, and it was devastating. As soon as we moved out, she signed a new lease with the landlord, opened a yoga studio, with almost the exact same name, had the exact same schedule and weird classes that we had, hired all of our teachers, and pretended like nothing happened. We were devastated, and the pain lasted for a while. So that's an example of an energetic cord. When something is just pulling at you, hurting you, you're just taking your energy that is not actively happening anymore. So I'm gonna teach you how to cut energetic cords so you can move on and be happy. And this is such an effective way. I'm so excited to share this with you. A year later, Rosie and I chose to go back to Asheville to visit friends for my birthday. And I knew that in order to move on and really step into our success, we had to cut ties and cut energetic cords with that thing that happened to us. One of my very intuitive friends, she sent me a cryptic message and she said, "You need to go to the ocean and collect a bunch of sand." I don't know why, I just keep getting this image of you collecting sand at the beach. And I was like, yeah, this feels right. I think I'm gonna do this. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do this. So it's midnight before we're gonna fly out to go visit Asheville. And this intuitive nudge it's weighing on me. And I almost backed out of it, but I know when I get weird messages from friends like that, I'm like, you should follow that. I drive to the beach, very perplexed, wondering why am I going to collect a bag of sand when I haven't even packed yet? And I don't get my answer until my toes are in the sand and I drop to my knees and I start scooping handfuls of sand into this bag, and I realize every single grain of sand that I'm scooping into this bag is the blessings that have come into our life because of that betrayal. If she did not betray us, we would not have what we would have now. We would not live in San Diego. We would not have the dream business we have. We would not have kept our business name and business history, which provided the opportunity for us to buy our dream home. We would not have so much. There were so many blessings. We would not have the seasoned business skills that we learned of not having contracts or agreements ahead of time. We learned how to communicate more clearly. Like, we learned so much that we needed to have the business that we have because she betrayed us. And the minute we landed in Asheville, I knew what we had to do. We had to go back to the yoga studio and sprinkle those blessings, that sand that represented those blessings, onto the front steps of her yoga studio and wish her just as much happiness and success as we had gained for ourselves since the betrayal. Often the cords that we carry, the cords that are connected to us because we feel justified in carrying hate in our heart. But hate only hurts us. And love is the biggest cord cutter there is. Love is the world's strongest energetic force. A Course of Miracles states, the only thing standing between you and a miracle is a grievance. And the reason this is true is because everyone in your life is a mirror of you. The more destruction, pain, stress, failure you wish on others, you're actually wishing it upon yourself. What you're saying is, no one deserves forgiveness, therefore I don't. And if you think you don't deserve forgiveness, your subconscious will hold a lid on your success and your happiness. You can only receive as many true blessings as those you wish for those who have wronged you. And why I say true blessings is because some people can get things in life, but they don't come with true joy and happiness in your heart. This is the most powerful, energetic cord-cutting lesson you can learn. Love. Here's how to do it. Write down the names of people who have wronged you. Write down what they did and forgive them. Forgive them because most likely they were in an unconscious, wounded state when they hurt you. They probably had a very good reason in their mind for doing it. Next, write down ways that you have wronged others. forgive yourself. Most likely you were in an unconscious wounded state when you hurt someone else, and you had a very good reason for doing it. And then finally, wish equally as many blessings on others who have wronged you as you would want for yourself. Let go with love. And anytime that grievance comes up, continue to send blessings, continue to send love, and it will start to sever that cord of pain that you have attached to others, because love heals everything. Thank you so much for watching this video. We love you. Make sure to check out the other videos on our channel, and do yourself a favor, subscribe to our channel, because right now, more than anything, love is the most important thing. In a time where we're in such a divided country and we're seeing so much hate, so much meanness, so much just disrespect on social media, do yourself a favor, love yourself, and prioritize something that is healing and loving by subscribing to this channel.